algorithms problems by using conditional state. So all those will be executed based on their conditions. So for every condition, there are two possibilities. Either it can be true or false. If the condition is true, statement will be executed, the following statement. If the condition is false, directly it goes to the next statement. Right? So these things we have seen in the previous class. Now we'll enter into the C language. Up to yesterday, we have seen algorithms and some important terminology of computer science and some definitions we have seen. See here. So now in this course, totally we are going to see C language concepts. Can you tell me why we are calling it as C? Suppose if you take a language, Pascal is a programming language. COBOL is a programming language. ALGOL is a programming language. And BASIC is a programming language. Why it was named as C? Is there any specific reason for calling it as C? Let us see that one. See here, suppose if we take Pascal, so this language was developed by Blaise Pascal, scientist name. So as it was developed by Blaise Pascal, it was named as Pascal programming language. And coming to this COBOL, it was implemented for purely for handling business applications. So common business oriented language. So we are calling it, it was named as COBOL. And here it is algorithmic language. So there is some reason for naming any language. And similarly, if you take this one, basic, beginners all-purpose symbolic instruction code, as it will be learned in the beginning stage, it was called as basic. Similarly, is there any reason for calling it as C? So there is another language before that called as language B. And before that, there was another language, BCPL. So before that, ALGOL was used. And after C, they got a new version that is called as C++. And after this, they got new version by using some features. And after that, Java, and this is C#. Totally, this is a complete family of C language. And we are going to learn about this C language. So in 1965, there was a language which is under use, which is called as BCPL, Basic Combined Programming Language. Basic Combined Programming Language. And it was added with some new features, and they got a new version of BCPL, and it was called as language B. Again, some of the important features are added to language B, and they got a new version in 1972. In 1972, by Dennis Rich and Ken Thompson, scientist names. So by Dennis Rich and Ken Thompson, a new version of B was released, which was called as language C. In 1972, by Dennis Rich and Ken Thompson. These are the scientists' name who developed C language. C was developed in 1972 by Dennis Rich and Ken Thompson. And C is called as structured programming language. And don't worry about these things, because in our coming classes, we will see what exactly mean by structured programming language. Just timing, try to remember the things. Right?
Sir, left
Yeah,
side board not appearing.
left side appear kavatide.
So left side. Yes.
Yeah, is it okay now? Okay.
No, sir.
మీకు ఇక్కడ కనబడుతుందా?
ఇంకొద్దిగా జరుగు. అటు కనబడుతుంది.
ఇటు లెఫ్ట్ కనబడట్లేదా? ఓకే. ఓకే.
ఇంకొద్దిగా. Yeah, now fine.
Okay, okay. So C developed in 1972 by Dennis Rich and Ken Thompson at Bell Laboratories. Laboratory name is Bell Laboratory. Developed in 1972 by Dennis Rich and Ken Thompson at Bell Laboratories. And C is called as structured programming language. We will see in our coming classes what exactly mean by structured programming language, because we will write C programs also, structured programming. And just we will have a glance about the remaining versions also. So it was added with object-oriented features, and they got a new version of C that is called as C++. C++ is not completely object-oriented. C++ is of object-oriented program and of structured program. So whatever the concepts we used in C can be used in C++. C++ is not 100% object-oriented programming language. So in C++, we can use all the concepts of C. So we will say that C++ is of structured as well as of object-oriented programming. And the next VC++, Visual C++. Next version is Java. I think in most of the web applications, Java will be used as programming language. And finally, next version is C#. Right? Now, as a part of our course, we will see about language C. See here the main difference between language B and language C. There are no data types. Data types are not used in. We will see, just remember time being, because as we are in the introduction part, you have to remember something, some statements. There are no data types in language B. Data types are introduced in language C. In our coming classes, we will see what are the data types. So what are the things we have seen? C developed in 1972 by Dennis Rich and Ken Thompson at Bell Laboratories, and C is called as structured programming language. Right. So now I want to learn, we are going to learn C language. Say for example, I want to learn English. Generally, what approach we will follow to learn English language? So first of all, we will learn what are the initial availabilities of the language. So what are the availabilities? Alphabets are there. First, we learn alphabets of the language. A to Z alphabets we will learn. And after that, we learn how to write words by using these alphabets. Hello? Voice cut అవుతుందా? Hello?
Yes,
Somebody give a response. Is it clear or not?
It's clear, sir.
Yeah, okay. So first we learn alphabets, and after that we will learn how to write words by using these alphabets, because word is nothing but combination set of alphabets. And after that we learn how to write sentences, and after that finally we write how to write some meaningful paras or meaningful stories we will write. Generally this approach we follow in case of learning any general language. First we learn alphabets, and after that words, and after that first we will learn alphabets, and after that words, and after that sentences, and finally some stories or meaningful paras and some we can write. Similarly, coming to a programming language, any programming language, maybe it is C or C++ or Java or anything else. So the initial availabilities are called as characters, like alphabets of English language. Here we call them as characters. And after learning what are the characters available in the language, we learn how to write words. Definition is applicable here also, that is, set of characters is nothing but a word. And after that we learn how to write statements, or can be called as instructions. After learning words, we learn how to write statements or how to write instructions. And a set of instructions is nothing but program. So finally, this approach we are going to follow to learn any programming language. First we learn characters, and after that we learn words, and after that we learn instructions or statements, and finally set of statements is nothing but a program. Generally this approach we follow in case of learning any programming language. Now coming to C language, what are the characters available in C language? So there are 4 different types of characters are present, and they are called as, you can note down, 4 different types of characters are available. that is called as character set of C language. Character set of C language. What are the four different types of characters? One is alphabets we can use. Second one, digits we can use. Third one, white spaces we can use. And the last one, special characters we can use. So these are the four different characters which are available in C language. So what are the alphabets? Here we can use either capital alphabets A to Z, or we can use small letters also. Capital A to Z and small a to Z. Uppercase we can use, as well as we can use lowercase also. Coming to the digits, we can use any digit from 0 to 9. Of course, you know that a number is nothing but a combination of all these digits. White spaces. So white space means it is a character which includes with a space. On your keyboard, you will find space bar. How many spaces you will get? You will get one space. And if you press tab key, how many spaces you will get? So depending on the settings, you may get 8 spaces. And similarly, form feed, one empty line you are going to get. So whatever the character which includes a space is called as white space. Space ఉన్నటువంటి ఏ character అయినా సరే మనం we can call it as white space. So what are the characters? Blank space and a tab. These are the symbols, and form feed. These three are white spaces which can be used in C language. One blank space, 8 blank spaces, and complete empty line. So except these three, except alphabets, except digits, except white spaces, almost all, and except function keys on your keyboard, you will find F1 to F12. They are called as function keys. And toggle keys, control, alt, shift, num lock, screen lock, all these are called as toggle keys. So except function keys and toggle keys, almost all whatever you find on your keyboard comes under special characters. Place, minus, full stop, comma, multiplication symbol, question mark, all these comes under special characters. So place, comma, minus, multiplication, full stop, comma, all comes under special characters. So these four are the four different types of characters which can be used in C language. Right? So let us go to the next topic. Advantages of C language. Let's remember all these things. First one is less time complexity. Already in the last class, we have seen about time complexity. Second one, efficient memory usage. Third one, good for developing packages. You can write complete sentence. Good for developing packages. Good for developing system programs. Good for developing system programs. It is a modular programming language. This is portable. And sometimes we can say it is having less number of keywords compared to other languages. So these are the few advantages of C language. We will see explanation in one line for all these. So less time complexity. What do you mean by time complexity? So already in the last class we have seen a program's quality will be measured based on two things. One is how much time it was taking and how much space it was using. First one is called as time complexity and second one is called as space complexity. So when we compare with other programming language programs, C program will take less amount of time. That will be executed faster than other language programs. That is called as less time complexity. And second one is efficient memory usage. There are some certain concepts are available. Let us say that is called as dynamic memory allocation. Dynamic memory allocation. So using these concepts, we can use the memory space very efficiently. I'll tell you one example. Say, assume that your class strength is 60. Your class strength is 60. So your college has to arrange benches to accommodate all these 60 members. మీ క్లాస్లో 60 మంది ఉంటే 60 మందిని కూర్చోబెట్టడానికి benches arrange చేయాలి. How many benches they will arrange? 60 benches they will arrange. Right? Say today class started, only 40 members came to the class. Class start అయింది వాళ్ళ 40 మంది కాలేజ్కి వచ్చారు. So how many benches are there totally? There are 60 benches are there. And how many benches are occupied? Only 40 benches. What about the remaining 20 benches? Remaining 20 benches we are not using for our class and we are not giving for another class. Simply they are throughout the class. We have 1 hour class again the same. We are not utilizing those benches. They are simply waste. And say you arranged 60 benches because of some reason. పక్క క్లాస్ వాళ్ళు వచ్చేసి మీ క్లాస్లో కూడా జాయిన్ చేయాల్సిన కేసు వచ్చేసింది. సో 70 members came to the class. Is it possible to accommodate 70 members in your class? No, it is not possible. It is not possible. Because how many benches are there? 60 benches are there. And how many students came to the class? 70 members came to the class. So in the first case, memory ఎక్కువ అంటే benches ఎక్కువ అవుతున్నాయి మనకి. In the second case ఏమవుతున్నాయి? Benches తక్కువ అవుతున్నాయి. So first case is called as memory overflow. And in the second case, we call it as memory underflow. So this happens when we write programs. But according to C language, we use a concept called as dynamic memory allocation. I'll tell you how it can be rectified. Now, this is your class. Your class will start at 11 o'clock and the complete classroom is empty. I appointed 2 persons. First person name is Malloc and the second person name is Sri. Iddaru attendance పెట్టుకున్నాను నేను. So what is the job of Malloc? He has to arrange a bench whenever a student comes to the classroom. ఒక స్టూడెంట్ క్లాస్లోకి వస్తున్నాడు అంటే బెంచ్ తీసుకొచ్చేవాడు క్లాస్లో ఇస్తాడు. Malloc అనేవాడు. ఒక స్టూడెంట్ క్లాస్ నుంచి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాడు అంటే వాట్ హీ విల్ డూ? ఫ్రీ విల్ రిమూవ్ దట్ బెంచ్ అండ్ హీల్ కెప్ట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ ద గోడౌన్ ఆర్ స్టోర్ రూమ్ సో దట్ సమ్ అదర్ క్లాస్ రూమ్ కెన్ యూజ్ ద సేమ్ బెంచ్. Did you get the point? The job of Malloc is to arrange a bench whenever a student comes to the class, and the job of Free is to release a bench from the class whenever a student leaves from the classroom. Now can you tell me, 50 members came to the class. How many benches will be there in the class? Answer cheyali. Hello?
Use chat box. All of you use chat box. You answer in chat box.
Chat కనిపించదు. Okay. So if 50 members came to the class, how many benches will be there in the classroom? 50. So let us say only 10 members came to the class. Then how many benches will be there in the classroom? 10 benches will be there. So at any point, So let us say 100 members came to the class. How many benches will be there in the class? 100 benches. So at any point of time, number of benches equals to number of students. Perfectly, we are using memory space. That can be done by using dynamic memory allocation. That concept is there in C language. So there are many concepts are there. This is one of the things by using which we can use the memory space very efficiently. Third one is package. So this language can be used for writing packages. What is a package? Package is nothing but an applicational program. It is also a program which covers a specific application. So let us say if you go to DMart, they are generating bills through computerized bills they are generating. So internally some programs are running. So those programs are called as, those programs works only for DMart only. Similarly, if you go to hospital, there also they are using systems and they are also using some software, right? Those are called as packages. Package means an applicational program is called as package. So anyway, as it is a program, it has to be written by using a language. So C can be used for writing packages, applicational programs. Next advantage is system. It can be used for developing system programs. System program means, what is a system program? We have seen the definition of compilers, translators. All these are known as system programs. All these are called as system programs. For example, compilers, assemblers, loaders, all comes under system programs. So even for writing those programs, C can be used as programming language. First Unix operating system was written written in C language only. Next, this is called as modular programming language. Modular programming language. Shall I run this? C is called as modular programming language. What do you mean by modularity? See here, this is my problem. This is my task. So this task can be divided into some parts and each part is called as a module. Now this is my program or problem. I am dividing into some small parts and these small parts are called as modules. This can be handled independently. We can find the solution of module 1 separately. We can find the solution of module 3 separately, solution of module 2 and solution of module 4. And when you combine all these, you are going to get the solution of original problem. So when you divide and when you handle problem in smaller parts, it will become easy. Let us take an example. Say you are celebrating your friend's birthday party. So what you will do, you will divide the work and you will assign to some your 3-4 friends. So if they complete that work successfully, automatically birthday party was celebrated successfully. So instead of doing the things by using a single person, we are dividing it into some small parts, and these parts are called as modules. So this concept is available in C by the name of functions. So we can write some functions for handling each simple task. And finally, portable. Portable means this is called as, C is called as a portable language. Portable means this is adjustable with little or no modifications. It can be executed or it can be accommodated in all operating systems, right? So these are the few advantages of C language. In today's session, totally you have to remember the things. So already we have seen identifiers. What is an identifier? It was a name which was given to the data to identify it properly. Because when data is present, when raw data is present, we cannot identify what it was representing. As already I told you in the previous class, some 320A some Vagdevi, some 980. So I have taken these data items. Can you tell me what they are representing? You don't know whether 320 is representing runs or marks or a number or number of people or number of students. We don't know. We cannot say what it was representing. Similarly, what is this A and what is Vagdevi and what is 980? And if I give some identification to this, so what is that? Say if I write runs and grade, and this is college name, and this is marks. So now you can say, so this 320 is giving information regarding runs of a particular marks match. So these are the marks of a student in a particular course. Like we can identify the nature of the information. And this runs, grade, college, marks. 320 is data. What is the name of this data? Runs. So this can be called as data name. Data name or దీన్ని గుర్తుపెట్టడానికి మనం ఇచ్చినటువంటి మార్క్ ఏంటి? రన్స్. ఐడెంటిఫై చేయడానికి ఇచ్చింది ఏంటి? రన్స్. సో these runs, grade, college, marks are called as identifiers. Nothing but simple your constant and variable names. Generally we use in mathematics X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z can be called as identifiers. So we have seen these are classified into two categories. One is variable and second one is constant. Which is able to vary its value is called as variable, which cannot be varied, or which is fixed, it is called as constant. So we have seen some examples which can be called as variables and which can be called as constants. Now, to name identifiers. So in our algorithms, what did we use? We used A, B, N1, N2, sum, total, average, like we used some names. But in C language,
So don't use the
Sir,
Left
please
side
don't use
brackets.
left side of both side.
okay. So in our algorithms, we used identifiers A, B, some C, N1, N2, sum, total, like that. We used some data names or identifiers directly. But in C language, a valid identifier or a valid variable name or a valid constant name must follow some specific rules. So now we will see about those rules. Rules, identifiers, naming rules, or rules to be followed when we construct names of the data name or identifier. First one is, ఇక్కడ కనబడుతుంది కదా, here, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So length of the data name, length of the identifier must be less than or equals to 8 characters. That is according to traditional compilers, but it allows so length is allowed up to less than or equals to 8 characters, but when we use ANSI compilers and turbo compilers, so length is allowed up to 31 characters. There is no restriction. We can use this one. See here, ANSI. When we use ANSI compilers, length is allowed up to 31 characters. We will see one by one once again. Second one is, you can write down, because here I cannot write complete sentence. Starting character must be an alphabet. Character must be an alphabet. Starting character must be an alphabet. Third one, white spaces cannot be used. White spaces cannot be used. White spaces cannot be used. And fourth one, keywords. We will see what is a keyword. Keyword or reserved word. cannot be used as data names or identifiers. And the next, special characters cannot be used. Special characters cannot be used except underscore. Special characters cannot be used except underscore. So a valid identifier must follow these 5 rules. In C language, a valid identifier must follow these 5 rules. If it deviates from any one of these rules, that will be said as an invalid identifier or invalid variable. Okay. So coming to the first one, length, how to calculate the length of a data name. Length is nothing but number of characters of the data name is called as length. If I take A, what is the length of this one? 1. If I take cost, what is the length? 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 4. If I take total, what is the length? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So length is 5. So length allowed up to 31 characters. And see here, what is ANSI? ANSI means American National Standard Institute. So it is a company. It was manufacturing some compilers, and when we use now whatever the compiler you use, it allows length up to 31 characters. ANSI means American National Standard Institute. And second point is starting character must be an alphabet. Remember, what are the characters we can use in C language? We can use alphabets, we can use digits, we can use white spaces, we can use special characters. Here what we are saying, starting character must be an alphabet. What does it mean? Starting character must not be a digit, must not be a white space, and must not be a special character. Always it must be an alphabet. Third one is white spaces cannot be used. What are the white spaces? White spaces are blank space, tab, and form field. We cannot use white spaces. Can you tell me what is the use of spaces? Spaces ఎప్పుడు వాడతాం మనం? Yeah, please tell me.
Separate between sentences and words.
To separate two words, we use spaces. To separate, see here, one word, first word, second word. I'm using space between these two words. So spaces cannot be used means what does it mean? Identifier must be a single word. That must be a single word. We cannot use white spaces. So it must be, in other words, we can say that must be a single word. Coming to the next one, keywords. Keywords or reserved words. C is having totally 32 keywords. Keyword means which is already defined by the language, which is already present in the language. Say for example, if is a word. Can I use this for an identifier? No. Why? Because if is already defined as a keyword, it is having its own meaning. That is used for conditional statement purpose. So the words ఇప్పుడు మీ ఇంట్లో మీరు రాము అని ఉన్నాడు అనుకోండి, మళ్ళీ ఇంకో మీ తమ్ముడికి రాము అని పేరు పెడతారా? పెట్టలేము అక్కడ. బికాస్ వెన్ యూ కాల్ రాము, ఎవరు రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వాలని తెలియదు అక్కడ మనకు. సో ఆల్రెడీ ఉన్న వర్డ్స్ని సి లాంగ్వేజ్లో డిఫైన్ అయిన 32 keywords. So the words which are already defined by the language are known as keywords, and they cannot be used as identifiers. They cannot be used as identifiers. So the last one is special characters cannot be used. What are the special characters? We already have seen in the character set of C language. Special characters cannot be used except underscore. Only we can use underscore. I'll tell you what is the use of underscore. Why we use identifiers? To identify the data properly. To improve the readability of the data, we use identifier. ఇప్పుడు మనం బుక్ కాస్ట్ చెప్తున్నాం, దానికి ఏమని పేరు ఇస్తే బాగుంటుంది? కాస్ట్ అన్నప్పుడు కాస్టా లేకపోతే ప్రైస్ అని కానీ ఆ రిలేటెడ్ వర్డ్ దాని మీనింగ్ వచ్చేట్టుగా ఇవ్వాలి. ఆల్వేస్ డేటా నేమ్ షుడ్ బి రీడబుల్ అండ్ మీనింగ్ఫుల్. దట్ మస్ట్ టెల్ ద నేచర్ ఆఫ్ ద డేటా. ఆ దాంట్లో ఉన్న డేటా ఏం చెప్తుందని చెప్పడానికి ఉండాలి. సో సపోజ్ I want to say total salary. Can I write like this? No, because according to the rules, white spaces cannot be used. White spaces cannot be used. White spaces cannot be used in identifiers. And if I write this TOTAL SALA salary. So can you read this as total salary? We cannot read. We are losing the readability of this word. ఇది ఏంటో మనకు వర్డ్ చదవలేము దాన్ని అక్కడ. సో ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఏం కావాలి? We need a character which shows it has two words, but it must be a single word. So we can use underscores here. ఇక్కడ అండర్స్కోర్ వాడితే మీకు ఏంటి? చూడడానికి రెండు వర్డ్స్ లాగానే కనబడతాయి, కానీ అది that is a single word only. That will be invisible. That looks like two words. Those look like two words, but it is a single word. So a valid identifier must follow these rules. I'll write some identifiers and you tell me whether they are valid or not. Name. Unmute yourself and tell me. Name.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell me which one is valid and which one is not valid and why. First one, name.
First
Is it
one
valid or
valid.
not valid?
Valid, sir.
It's valid, sir.
Valid, sir.
First one is valid. So as it is following all the rules of identifier, so we can say this is a valid identifier. And coming to the second one, Apple 5. Is it valid or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir, it's
length
valid.
is less than 31. And of course, starting character is not an alphabet. There are no white spaces. And moreover, it is not a keyword. And the special correct characters are not there. See here. Here we have taken 5, but it was not a starting character. So this is also a valid identity. John's, is it valid or not?
Not valid, sir.
No, sir. No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Why it is not valid?
Special character.
Special character is used, sir.
Here, special character is used. So this is not valid as it was special character. Because in identified special characters cannot be used. Fourth one, total cost. Is it valid or not valid?
Not valid,
No,
sir.
sir.
Not
Not
valid.
valid.
Because
White
there is
spaces.
a space.
White
Underscore
space.
can be used.
Right, space
So
is
this
used.
is not valid as it is having white space. A plus B. Is it valid or not valid?
Valid,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Valid.
No, sir.
Is it valid or not?
Special character.
No,
Not
sir.
valid.
Not valid.
Simply you apply all the 5 rules on this. If it follows all the 5 rules, then you say okay. Otherwise, no. See here. Length is okay. It is following first rule. Starting character is an alphabet. There are no white spaces. Moreover, it is not a keyword. But coming to the special characters, plus is
Plus
a
is used.
character. This is a special character. So it is not valid identifiers. So as it is not following the last rule, that special character is this. Next, 5 bags. 5
No, sir. Not valid.
First letter is not an alphabet.
No, sir, not
first
valid.
character is,
It's not valid, sir.
it is not valid because first character is not an alphabet. Very good. So the starting character is not an alphabet. So this is not valid. And my name.
Valid, sir.
Valid, sir.
Valid, sir.
How
Valid.
many words are there? Only one
7,
word.
sir.
7, sir.
See here, not characters. Word.
6.
One
Word.
word.
Eన్ని
One
పదాలు
word.
ఉన్నాయి?
Only one word.
One word, sir.
Third one.
My third one. Okay.
Only one
My
word.
name joined with underscore. So this is a single
Valid, sir.
word. This is valid.
Single word.
So special characters we cannot use except underscore. So next one is if. Is it valid or
Not
not?
valid, sir.
Not valid.
It's a keyword.
Not valid, sir.
This is a keyword, reserved word, which is defined by the language. As keywords cannot be used as we can say this is a not valid identifier. Right? So these are the rules to be followed. Now we are very clear about identifying
Yes, sir.
how to give the name
Yes,
of the
sir.
language, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
In tomorrow's class, we will see about data types and also structure of C program, and if possible, we will see input-output functions of C.
Okay, sir.
Session
Okay, sir.
close here. If you have any doubts, Suresh sir,
Okay, sir.
are you there?
చెప్పండి
Hello?
చెప్పండి
Yeah. ఇంకా క్వశ్చనర్ పెట్టేసుకొని క్లోజ్ చేద్దాం 11:40. నెక్స్ట్
సో ఎనీ డౌట్స్ అడగండి అమ్మా. డౌట్స్ ఉంటే చాట్ బాక్స్ లో అడగండి, నేను రీడ్ చేస్తాను.
ఎనీ డౌట్స్?
వెయిట్ చేద్దాం సార్, ఒక 1 minute టైప్ చేస్తాను. సార్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్, సార్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ మాడ్యులర్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్.
Okay. Modularity means dividing the task. See here, I'll tell you one example. మన దగ్గర ఉన్న ఒక పనిని చిన్న చిన్న పనులుగా డివైడ్ చేసుకొని ఆ చిన్న పనులు నేను హ్యాండిల్ చేస్తే when we combine the result of all these small works, you will get the result of original one. See here, this is your problem. Okay. Now what I am doing is I am dividing this into sub problems. X square dx, dx dx. మీరు ఇంటర్మీడియట్ కాబట్టి మ్యాథ్స్ కి అర్థం. How many sub problems we got? This is the original one. This is sub, or we can say module 1, and this is module 2. When you combine the result of module 1 plus module 2, you are going to get your original problem. This is called as modularity. మనకు లాస్ట్ బట్ వన్ యూనిట్ లో వస్తుంది అది ఫంక్షన్స్ అది. దేర్ వి విల్ సీ వన్స్ అగైన్. సో టైం బీయింగ్ జస్ట్ రిమెంబర్, ఇప్పుడు ఒక ఫంక్షన్, మీరు బర్త్డే ఫంక్షన్ చేస్తున్నారు. బర్త్డే ఫంక్షన్ చేసేప్పుడు ఏమేమి ఉంటాయి? ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీ ఫ్రెండ్ బర్త్డే ఫంక్షన్ చేస్తున్నారు, స్టేజ్ డెకరేట్ చేయాలి, హాస్పిటాలిటీ చూసుకోవాలి, తర్వాత ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ చూసుకోవాలి. ఇవన్నీ ఒకరే చేస్తారా? యూ విల్ అసైన్ ఫస్ట్ వర్క్ టు some person 1, you will assign this work to some person 2 and this work to person 3. So he completed the task, he completed successfully. Automatically what is the result? Birthday party was completed successfully. So ఒక పెద్ద పనిని చిన్న చిన్న పనులుగా డివైడ్ చేసుకొని ఆ చిన్న పనులన్నిటిని కంప్లీట్ చేస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఏమవుతుంది? పెద్ద పని అయిపోతుంది. ఆ చిన్న చిన్న పనులు ఏమంటాం? We call it as modules, modularity. Yeah.
Sir, one more question.
Yeah.
Can we consider underscore till 31st characters?
Yeah, you can take. Even that can be the last character. మీరు అడగాల్సింది ఏంటంటే లాస్ట్ క్యారెక్టర్ గా ఉండొచ్చా అని అడుగుతున్నారు. అది ఎస్, యూ కెన్ టేక్ ఇట్.
Shruti, DMA full form.
Dynamic memory allocation.
What
So
is
this is
meant to be portable?
portable means that is adjustable. See, because of hardware configurations, మీరు COBOL లాంటి లాంగ్వేజ్ తీసుకుంటే మీరు దాంట్లో దాంట్లో ఉన్న అన్ని ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ అన్ని మిషన్స్ మీద పనిచేయవు. If you see COBOL textbook, he will define so and so instruction will work only on PCXT machine. ఇట్లా కొన్ని డిఫైన్ చేస్తాడు. అవి they are not portable, but C can be executable in all different types of different configuration systems.
Again, same question, sir. Explain about space complexity. Yesterday also we are doing
Space
same question.
complexity.
Space complexity.
So in tomorrow's class we will see about that one, but anyway I'll tell you. Suppose my program is to find the addition of two numbers. How many variables we are using? A, B and C. So we are going to store information by using A, B, C variables. Storing means where we are storing, some space must be allotted. Let us say A allotted space, B allotted space and C allotted space. Let us say దీనికి ఒక 2 bytes allot అయింది. మొత్తం totally how much space they are taking? 6 bytes of memory space they are using. అట్లా మీకు మొత్తం ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో ఎంత స్పేస్ పడుతుందో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ స్పేస్ కాంప్లెక్సిటీ. రైట్.
Okay, sir. One more question. So, others only. Can we consider underscore till 31 characters? Means they want to give the underscore as a variable name. So that can be considered as a only one word.
No, that is not possible because first character must be an alphabet.
After that, underscore is accepted.
అన్ని అండర్స్కోర్ తీసుకుంటే మీకు ఫస్ట్ క్యారెక్టర్ ఆల్ఫాబెట్ రూల్ వయలేట్ అవుతుంది కదా. సో దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ వ్యాలిడ్.
ANSI means
American National Standard Institute, full form. American National Standard Institute.
Explain packages.
So package is also a program. Package is also a program. Like addition of two numbers ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాసుకున్నాం. ప్యాకేజ్ అనేది కూడా ఒక ప్రోగ్రామే. కాకపోతే ప్యాకేజ్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే మీకు ఒక అప్లికేషన్ ఒక పర్టికులర్ పని కోసం పనిచేస్తుంది అనమాట. సపోజ్ ఇప్పుడు మీరు హాస్పిటల్లో సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఉంటుందా, సిస్టమ్స్ లోపల ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతాయి కదా. వాళ్ళు బెడ్స్ అలాట్ చేయడానికి కానివ్వండి, లేదా డయాగ్నోసిస్ రిపోర్ట్స్ జనరేట్ చేయడానికి కానివ్వండి, బిల్స్ జనరేట్ చేయడానికి, బిల్స్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయడానికి. సో దే విల్ బి రన్నింగ్ సమ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్. వాళ్ళు ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తుంటారు. ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఏమంటాం మనం, అవన్నీ దేనికోసం పనిచేస్తున్నాయి. అదే సాఫ్ట్వేర్ తీసుకొచ్చి మీరు సూపర్ మార్కెట్లో పెడితే will it calculate grocery bill? It won't calculate. So that program was written only for handling the hospitality application. And here in supermarket, that program was written to handle only the supermarket market application. So atlantic programs we call them as packages, or we can say it is a collection of some small programs.
BGN.
BGN.
What is that? Afan Ahmed asking about BGN.
BGN. What is this? I didn't get this.
I don't know.
BGN ఏంటి? అది ఫుల్ ఫామ్ లేక ట్యాబ్?
BGN వచ్చేసి క్వశ్చన్ మార్క్ ఇచ్చారు. కరెక్ట్ మీనింగ్ నాకు BGN అని క్వశ్చన్ మార్క్ ఇచ్చారు.
Okay, any more doubts?
White spaces. What is mean Saiteja white spaces?
So on your keyboard you will find space bar. Space bar కనబడుతుందా మీకు పెద్దగా లాంగ్ కీ? So what you will get if you press that space bar, you will get one space. అట్లాగే ట్యాబ్ ఉందా మీకు? ట్యాబ్ కీబోర్డ్ లో లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ అప్పర్ సైడ్ ఉంటుంది మీకు అక్కడ. tab is also called as white space. White space means it is any character or any key which includes with a space. ఒక space తో కలిగినటువంటి ఏ క్యారెక్టర్ అయినా సరే we call them as white spaces. దాంట్లో ఏమేమి వస్తాయి మనకు స్పేస్ బార్ వస్తుంది, ట్యాబ్ వస్తుంది, తర్వాత ఫార్మ్ ఫీడ్ మీన్స్ యూ విల్ గెట్ వన్ కంప్లీట్ ఎంప్టీ లైన్.
Is there any doubts again? Maintain the notes, all of you. Write your doubts and ask in the last session or starting of the class.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we close the session?
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, thank you everyone. Tell your friends to join. Refer to your friends to join this class. Forward the link to your friends as to join the group. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Raifkana, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, bye students.